Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about the batch emailing feature in Dynamics 365 Business Central. So I'm on the posted sales invoices in Business Central, and I would like to batch sending all the emails for all these invoices to my customer. So what I have to do? So first I want to set up, so on the customer card, you have to set up the document layout for you to be able to send the sales invoice report. So if I open a customer card, and then I have to go to the related and customer, and then I have to define the document layout. So under the document layout, I have to select the usage invoice, and then I have to select the sales invoices report. So there's some multiple sales invoices report you can select. But if there's RDLC layout and also there's a Word layout. So if you want to send out the email body, then you have to use the Word layout, and then you want to create the email body, custom report layout for the email body. So you can pick one from here. Let's just pick an email body from here, okay? And before you do that, like you can see the warning says you have to enable use for email body, and then you can select this email body custom report layout. And then there's a bunch of the format for the email attachment as well. And you can select the default attachment. If you don't select anything, then it's gonna use the Autobox built-in Word layout for the sales invoice. But if you want to pick a format from the custom layout, then you can do that as well. So I'm just gonna select the US sales invoice blue simple, okay, as the attachment. So this will be the email attachment, and this will be the email body. So you have to do that for each of your customer. And if you did it differently, then the customer may receive different format for the when they receive the posted sales invoice in the email, then they may receive different format. For example, if for this customer I did that document layout, but for the other customer I was using the default layout. So if I go to this customer and I'm just using an email attachment from the default Word layout, then this customer will only receive an email for the posted sales invoice, but it's only in the attachment for that default layout. There's no email body at all, okay? So just to make it simple for the rest of customer, I did select that. And also on the customer card, there's another field. So it's called document sending profile. Then you can set up a document sending profile. So in my document sending profile, I selected as an email, and this is my default. You can set up multiple document sending profile. It can be print, but for emailing, you may want to, if you always want to email the posted sales invoice to our customer, then you have to select this email as the default. Just turn on this default button. And then because this is by email, not by printer, so for the printer, you have to select no. And for the email, then there's also different settings here. You can select prompt for settings, or you can select use default settings. If you select prompt for settings, then when you send out each email, then there will be a pop-up window for you to select this document layout. And so you will see a pop-up window for each email you send. But you don't want to see that pop-up. You just want to use the default settings. Then there's no pop-up at all. The system is just going to use the SMTP to send them in the background. And then you can select the email attachment or format of the email attachment. We just select the PDF and combine PDF documents for this one. So let's say in my posted sales invoice in that list, I have multiple sales invoices for the same customer. So you may not want to send out multiple emails to that customer for different invoices. You may want to only send out one email and with all the sales invoices combined in one document, in one PDF attachment. If that's the case, you will select combine PDF documents, okay? So you can turn this on. I want to turn that on because I don't want to send out multiple emails for different invoices for the same customer, okay? So then you have to select the document sending profile if you want to do that. So first you have to set up the document layout, and then you have to send out the document sending profile. In the document layout, you just need to make sure that report you selected will be the same like the one you set up in the report selection cells for the invoice. So actually we did set up the same report 1306 for the sales invoice. Okay, now we can, after we set them up, then we can batch email. So in the post-date sales invoice, I want to show you two options when you send email. So let's select multiple records. Let's select a few from here. I want to select this customer, and this customer, I want to select something for 20,000, 30,000. So those are different customers. I selected 5 invoices. And in this example, I have 2 invoices for the same customer, C00050. So I expect to only receive one invoice for them. So the thing I'm able to test this because I set up all these customers to use my email address. So all the emails will be received by myself. Okay, so under the print/send, under this tab, then you have 2 options here for you to send out email. And one option here says send. So if you click on this button, then it's going to use the document sending profile you set up. So let's click on this for now. So once you click on send, you could see customers on the selected documents might use different document sending profiles. Choose one of the following options. So I will just want to, because I set up the document sending profile on all these customers I selected, I will just say use the default profile for all selected documents without confirmation. So which means after I click on OK, there will be no pop-up windows, and the SMTP will just send it in the background to myself. Okay, so I'm just gonna click on OK. So what I expect to happen in my mailbox, I will expect to receive, even I selected 5 invoices, I should only receive 4 email notifications for the invoices because these 2 are for the same customer. So we should combine them, these 2 invoices, in one PDF attachment. Okay, so we don't know the progress so far. And if you want to check the progress, let's open another tab. You can check it in the email sent. Then you can see how the system is doing if the email has already been sent, because there's no confirmation window and there's no progress bar, and there's nothing for you to track it. So the way you can track it is you can go to the sent emails, then to see if the email has already been sent. So you see these emails are sent out at the same time, 9:45 a.m. Okay, so there's 4 emails has been sent out at that time. Let's see if I received them in my mailbox. Okay, so if I turn my mailbox in, now you can see I did receive these emails, and then this one is if I go back to the invoices, then that's just matching them to see if it's the same. Okay, so we have this invoice 3256. Okay, so that's one PDF. And because the document layout, I didn't define the email body for this customer, then you could see it's only a PDF attachment. And this one is for 103,103,242. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll down. So it's for this invoice, right? And also, I did not define the email body for the document layout. It's only a PDF attachment. And this one has the email body. So this one has the email body and has the attachment because I defined the document layout differently than the other customers. And also it should combine 2 invoices because this invoice, that if we open the attachment for the invoices, you see there's 2 pages because it combined the PDF attachment already, right? Okay, so there are 2 invoices for each one for $150, and the 2 invoices has, let's see, what's the invoice number showing up here? One is 103262, and the other one is 103263. Okay, so that matches what we have here, 103263 and 103262. So this is the result we expected because we changed the document layout for this customer, and also in our document sending profile, we selected combine PDF documents. Okay, so it's just combined together to one email. And the other one is 103243. So we have it here. And it's also only have a PDF attachment. It doesn't have the email body because we didn't add the email body for it. Okay, so that's exactly what we expect. And the problem by doing this is you could see all these emails are sent out at the same time. So this is batch emailing. But Microsoft does have some protection for this. If this account I set up, let's take a look of my email account. So the email account I set up here is by, so this is I selected Office 365, so you can see this is a current user. I'm using my own email account to send out an email, and it could be, you could set it up as SMTP as well. So there's a different options when you go to the assisted setup. Then you can see for the email account there's different options if you go to the email setup, right? So let's see. Oh, we can just select setup emails. If you don't want to go through find it from setup email, you can go from here. Then there's a wizard, right? Or you can go through the assisted setup. You can find that setup email. Okay, so then you can go here, setup email. Okay, so this is the email login. I think it's named differently from here, and it should be called. There's a few different settings, include Outlook integration, Excel integration, and let me see, get ready. So there's a company-wide deployment you can do. Enter. But it seems like to search it, it's faster than just looking at this list. Sometimes Microsoft is keep on adding things in this assisted setup. It's not easy to find where they put it in there. Okay, but anyway, so that's just use the setup emails. When you go to setup email, then you can just go through this wizard, and you can set it up to use a Microsoft 365 account, and you can use the current user account, or you can use the SMTP account. Okay, and yeah, but they all have the function to send out the emails. So I'm using my current user account. And the problem with this is like because you could see in the sent emails, they're all coming from the same time. Like the minute is all the same, right? So Microsoft does have some Exchange Online protection, and for this Exchange Online protection, for the outbound spam protection in the Exchange Online protection, then if you are sending too many emails at the same time, this is it could be filtered. It could be filtered by the outbound spam protection. It may not allow you. So that's what happened to one of our clients. So when we set up the remittance device for EFT, and then when we do it from the payment journal to select all of them, like if you have hundreds of them, and then you select all of them and you try to click on send vendor remittance device from the payment journal, then they should be all sent out because it's batch. It's all sent out at the same time. Then there's a restriction. Microsoft didn't specify what is the limit for how many emails you can set up. Then they will block you. So there's if you look at this article, it tells you how it controls outbound spam. It tells you we do not, this is from Microsoft, we means Microsoft, we do not advertise the exact limits, so spammers can't game the system, and so we can increase or decrease the limits as necessary. They don't have the official documents to tell you what is the limits, what is like 20 or 30, how many batch emails they consider as a spam. They don't tell you the limits. So the limits are high enough to prevent an average business user from ever exceeding them, and low enough to help contain the damage caused by a spammer. Okay? So, but if you are trying to batch email, if you really want to batch email, that's a problem. If you have hundreds of them, then this Exchange Online protection will consider it as a spam. Then they will stop you. So what happened for my client is after they send it out for around 40 batch emails, which happens at the same minute, like what we see under the sent emails, we see those 4 emails we send out all happens at the same minute, same time, right? So after we send out around 40 of them, then it stopped. It stopped. Then no matter what you do, you are not able to batch sending anything. What you can do, you can only send them out one by one. So how can we resolve this? This is not a Business Central consultant. This is not for Business Central consultant. It's just for your technical consultant from the Microsoft 365 team. How they can set it up. So the suggestion from here is like you can use a third-party bulk email provider, and so then there are several third-party bulk email solution providers that you can use to send mass mailings. And these companies have a vested interest in working with customers to ensure good email sending practice. I think that's the best option. Otherwise, because most of Business Central clients will be on the cloud, will be Business Central SaaS in the future, right? Because that's Microsoft's goal. They're migrating everybody from on-premise to Business Central SaaS, right? So if it's on-premise, because you have more control for on-premise, you can do multiple things. You can do some SMTP relay, do something like that. So, but if we're talking about Business Central SaaS, if it's a Business Central SaaS, because you have no control, everything is on the cloud, right? So then what you can do, you'd better to use a third-party bulk email provider. I think that's the best solution then to help you if you are batch sending lots of emails. So yeah, and so I demoed how to use this option as a send button, so you can batch send emails without any pop-up. But if you do want to change the email body, review what you are sending before you send them, then you have to select the other option, which called send by email. Okay. So what this send by email does is like, so let's just select 2 of them, and so this will have a pop-up for every posted sales invoice you are sending. And then you have to click on send email button in order to send it. Okay, so let's click on this send by email. So it will have a pop-up every time. And then, so when you see this pop-up, then you can add some notes. You can add some notes in the email body. You can change your email body, and you can check your attachment. You can modify it before you click on send email. So you will see this button every time. We have 2 invoices. We will see this pop-up twice. So I just have one pop-up. I have to click on send email, and then I will have another pop-up, and then I can modify the email body or even the attachment. Then I can click on send email. So then that's it, right? And then I should receive 2 emails in my mailbox for these. Let's just monitor it, and you can see, and then you can go to your sent emails. You can go to your sent emails to monitor what's the progress to send these 2 emails. You could see when I do it this way, because of that pop-up, then this will not be blocked, because you are not like a batch. You can select all of them at once, right? And then you can click on send by email. Then because it has a pop-up every time, and we are human, even we click on the send email button, just keep on clicking on it. It will not all be happens at the same time, right? So that's why you could see we have this, like we have 1 minute difference, but so they will not like this, batch emailing, which happens in the background. There it's sending all the emails, all the batches at the same time. So that's what the Exchange Online protection will detected as a spam if you are sending too many. But if you are only just using the other function sent by email, even you selected all of them, then click on send by email, then you will see a pop-up for every single of these post-sales invoice you send. Then you have to click on send email button on every pop-up window. Then it will not be considered as a spam. Okay. So yeah, if you don't want to have pay for third party program, third party like what is it here for a third party bulk email provider, you don't want to pay for that service, then you can do it that way. You can select the send by email. Then you have to just click on send email on every pop-up. Then it will not be considered as a spam and blocked by Microsoft. Then you are still able to batch emailing, but it just give you some work. You just need to click on that send email button. But it's much faster than you have to create an email by yourself and attach the attachment. It's still much faster. Yeah, it just you have to consider the cost for using a third-party service for batch emailing. Okay, so yeah, that's everything I want to share in this video. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. I hope to see you guys again next time.